Hey guys, this is Jason Schlachter. I'm here with you to open up some Nintendo game consoles. I ordered 11 from Japan. They've arrived in a box, all wrapped up. We're gonna unbox them and look at the condition. All right, so we're back here with the box and we're gonna open up the very first one. There we go, I'm gonna be doing this one-handed, so hopefully no issues. Okay, so let's see what we got. Game Boy Advanced. Looks to be in good condition. Hard to tell in the photos. It's a little bit dirty here, but overall looks really solid. The screen doesn't look to have any scratches. So these were bought as a wholesale lot, but they were individually described. I chose them, and they're all supposed to be in working condition, except for some of them have screen issues. The screens all work, but they may have like some dimming or some burn-in. But this is looking really clean. Okay, the battery compartment. Over here, you can check for any issues. Oh, okay, look at this. You can see it's completely corroded out over here. Now, if I look at the description, I'm gonna pull up on my computer the description. I won't show you guys the screen, but I'm just gonna read it out here. It says, the item works. The battery cover is broken. That's the only description I get here. No mention of corrosion or any other issues. So I'm gonna grab some batteries and we'll see if we can fire it back. I've got batteries, got some Amazon Basics. These are crazy, crazy cheap. I think I picked up these Amazon Basics for like 20 cents each, but these are brand new, straight out of the pack, so they should be fully good to go. Let's make sure I'm getting these in the right direction. I am. If you guys try to power on one of these consoles and it's not powering on, first thing to do is check and see if the batteries are in the right direction. Okay, so here's the power switch. You're gonna switch it on. Yeah, no power. Power light's off, nothing's on the screen, no noises. Okay, this is the one that says item works. Battery cover is broken. Let's double check, we got these in the right direction. Okay, positive on that side, that's correct. Negative on that side, correct. All right, we're gonna just kind of flip it on and off a few times. Sometimes these power switches themselves can go bad. Let's see, turn it back off, back on, nothing, off, back on, nothing. All right, do a couple more times. Okay, no power. So it could be the power switch, but given that the terminals look highly corroded, I think that for sure this is just not getting power. So pretty disappointed. We're gonna put this one off to the side here. I don't know what kind of recourse I have. I mean, it does say that it is working. They do sell Game Boys for parts that are not working, and this was not one of those. You pay more when they're sold as working. So we'll see what I do there. All right, this is a double pack. Exciting. All right, so I can open this one-handed here. Oh, it's like a little pouch. That's pretty cool. Okay, there we go. Let's dump these out. Oh, fun. Okay, so some of these are telling stories. Look at this. You can imagine some kid put a sticker on his Game Boy. And here it is, probably years and years and years later, across the world on this video. All right, we're gonna get this little rubber band off here with the number. That's not so important. Okay, let's look at the condition. So scratches on the screen for sure. It's a bit dirty, but buttons are intact. Everything looks pretty intact. Ports look good. It looks overall pretty solid. All right, so let's see what this one is. This one is pulling it up here on my screen. Okay, I found it. So this one says, item works, no battery cover, screen has dots, screen is burned. Okay, so the item works. They're just saying the screen isn't in great condition. I'm gonna look at the battery terminals now that we had this experience with the previous one. And oh, look at that. You can see that's like completely different looking. So I'm gonna bet that this one powers up without any issues. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, fateful moment. Here we go. Ooh, it's good. We got a green power light. and the screen is looking good. So remember guys, these screens are not backlit. They rely on reflective light. You can see that the screen is a little bit kind of burnt out on certain angles, but I expected that. Overall, this is looking really great. I'm gonna fix the screen so I don't at all mind that it's burnt out. In fact, this is the perfect setup to have because I'm planning on replacing the screen anyways, and so I get the discount, but I know that it's fully working. The internals should be good. I'll take them out and check them out in a later video. Okay, no battery cover, but again, no problem. I'm planning to replace the case as well. Awesome, good deal. Okay, so we're 1 for 2. Let me get these batteries out of here. All right. Okay, the next one. Oh, this is a cool color. I like this color. It's the first transparent one that we're unpacking. I did pick these out. I picked out the colors. I picked out the condition, even though they were sold as sort of a lot. This is looking really clean. This case looks to be in excellent condition. I'm planning on replacing these cases in general, but this case might not need to be replaced at all. It looks great. Look at that, you can see the components inside. Those little cylinders are the capacitors. Okay, the screen is scratched a little bit, but that's okay. Go to the battery segment, and it looks like there's corrosion here as well. That's pretty disappointing. I think that could have been called out in the description, but it's not. It says item works. Okay, maybe if the item works, then it's okay. It's excusable. Let's see. Okay, here we go. We'll flip it on. Item does not work. It does not power on. Let's try a couple more times. Nope, 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 nope. 5 tries. I tried to turn it on, nothing. All right, this is pretty disappointing. 2 of the 3 we've opened, which are supposed to be in working condition, not for parts, are not working. And I think the reason why is clear. Okay. Maybe the case is better than the Nintendo itself. Okay, that one's gonna go in the not working pile. All right, this next one looks really cool. Looks like it's got a lot of customizations. All right, guys, we're back. I just cut the video off for a moment to unpack this really well-packed Game Boy. Okay, this one is awesome. This is really telling a story. Let's get this rubber band off here. Okay. Wow. Okay, so we've got a lot of Sonic and Tails stuff going on here. We've got a whole sticker around the outside, which is amazing. I've never seen like that before. High speed, Sonic battle. Wow. This is really cool. Okay, the screen is a little bit scratched up. Condition is a little bit rough. You got definitely some scratches going on here. Stickers pulling off, but on the whole, I mean, it looks fine. Let me pull up the condition on this one. All right, this one says item works. The screen is burned. Okay, so this one should power on. There should be absolutely no issues with it whatsoever. I'm gonna check the battery terminals after that last experience we just had. This is looking pretty good. I think there could be like a little bit of corrosion in here. That should be cleanable, but the question is it gonna work? So let's find out. All right, try to power it on. It does not power on. Wow, okay. Try it a few more times. 3, 4, 5. 5 attempts to power it on. Is not powered on at all. I really have to wonder what's going on. I don't think that they are attempting to defraud me necessarily, but 3 of the 4 items that have been tested and don't work. have to wonder what's going on. But this is really cool. I almost feel bad to replace this case and screen. It looks amazing. Okay, so I created a little bit of a pile here for the ones that don't work and the one that worked. So now we're gonna open up the next one here. This is number 5. Get it out. Okay, let's get this rubber band and label off. Ooh, this is looking really nice. The screen has almost no scratches on it. You can see it's burnt in there. It's got that kind of dark space in the middle. I wonder why that happens, if that's sun exposure or mechanical damage. Okay, a few nicks on the side here. But overall, the finish is looking really good. It looks to be in great condition, except for this little small. Oh, no, I take that back. It looks like the color has completely faded off here. Look at that. Hard to see, but the shiny piece is completely missing. Okay, onto the battery compartment. That looks good. This looks good. So my guess is this power's on and we're in good shape. Ah, perfect. Okay, so that's what it looks like when it powers on. Screen is burned. You know, in the camera, it's actually looking better than it looks in reality. In reality, it looks kind of like that for burnt out. But for some reason with the filters, it actually looks pretty good straight on in the camera, but in reality, it doesn't. Anyways, that's awesome. We're in good condition there. All right, so I put that one in the working pile. We're gonna go ahead and open up some more here. This one is a double package. Let's start with the Game Boy Advance. This is looking really cool. I like the clear case. Definitely some scratches. Let's see if we can, some of them might come off. Got some scratches going on. Case looks to be in pretty good condition. I mean, these are, 20 years old. So for that, this is looking pretty solid. A little bit of yellow and a little bit of dirtiness, but overall, really good. Okay, battery terminals. Let's see what we got. Ooh, it looks clean. Looks perfect. Okay, so this one should be also just a screen burn. So it says is working. The only issue is the screen burn. So we're gonna give it a shot here. Let me get this a little bit higher in the light so I can see. Okay. Get the batteries in the right way. And we'll flip it around. Okay, here we go. Turn it on. Perfect. And actually that screen is burned. It looks kind of, in person, it looks more blacked out than it does in the camera. Let me see if I can get the angle where you can kind of see it. It's hard to see it in the camera, but I think it's something to do with the way it's, there you go. That's how it looks in person, kind of blacked out. But perfect, as expected. I don't mind that the screen isn't working because I'm going to replace the screens and the cases. All right, so we have 3 that work and 3 that don't work from an order where 100% were tested and working according to the company. All right, on to the next. Okay, this next one is something different. This one is a Game Boy Pocket, and the condition looks excellent on this one. So the Game Boy Pocket came out earlier. I think it was around 96, maybe? Let's see if we get a date on here. 96. Yeah, 1996. So this one is 27 years old, potentially. It could have been bought after 1996, but that's when it came out. The case looks amazing. Very good condition. It has a battery cover, which is sort of rare. Sticker is wearing. But on the whole, the case looks awesome. And these are really small. Here, let's grab one for comparison. So it's definitely smaller than the Advance. And sideways, it's also smaller. So it stays true to the put it in your pocket. Okay, so this one is actually going to be in great condition. It should be fully working. It says tested working. And the screen should also be working without really being burnt out, but it has potentially a missing line of pixels. Okay, let's look. This looks pretty good. I don't see any corrosion, but it looks like it needs AA batteries. All right, we are back, and I've got some batteries, some AA's. So this is really exciting. I played with a Game Boy Pocket in the 90s, and I have not touched one since. Incredible. Oh, this is not encouraging. It's already turned on, and I didn't see anything going on there. Let's turn it back on again. Oh no. Oh no. This was the one that was perfect, even with a good screen, just possibly a line missing. Nothing at all. These guys, are they even testing these at all? So what I'm wondering is, do they test them and then lie about it to try to make more money? Do they not test them at all and just say that, oh, there's some corrosion for sure. Yeah, this is clear corrosion. So I don't get it. If I'm in their shoes, one, it doesn't work, so I just should say it doesn't work instead of charging extra for a fully working one. And two, just say it's got corrosion in the battery terminal. Super easy to look at. All right, so we have 4 in the not working category, and 3 in the working category. What a major disappointment so far. And this is a mainstream store, which has very high reviews. So I can only imagine what it might be like if you grabbed a lot that you didn't get to pick the individual items in it, or if it was a less reputable store. Okay, this is a Game Boy Color. Game Boy Color came out after the Game Boy Pocket, so the Pocket came out and it was super exciting because the screen was a little bit clearer, still not backlit, still black and white. But then only 2 years later, 1998, let's see, where does it say the year on here? That's funny. I don't even see a year. Oh, 1998 Nintendo. There it is. And then on the circuit board, that's pretty cool. You can see that. And, oh, what's going on here? That's looking really messy. Something is there. It looks very corroded. Okay. Well, Game Boy Color had a color screen, but also not backlit. Screen is looking physically damaged somehow. I don't know if that was heat or if something impacted it. I mean, the outside is actually really clear. There's no scratches. It looks like there's a scratch, but that's actually on the inside. Case looks to be in excellent condition. It's a beautiful case. I love this clear color. The buttons look to be in good condition as well. Okay, let's power it up. See what we can do. I'm gonna guess this does not power on. And even if it does, I'm a little bit disappointed in the condition here. This condition was fully working. Damaged screen. It's a burnt out screen. Burnt out screen means it's gonna work. It's just gonna be dark. Okay, power's up. And we see Game Boy Color. So, okay. So this is working as described. It says it works. Missing battery cover. Burnt screen. So I would agree with that. A little disappointed to see the corrosion on the battery terminals, but it works. So I'm gonna call that a win. All right. This one will just require a little bit more refurbishment than I would prefer to do when I'm paying a little bit of a premium for something that's supposed to be in great shape. Well, maybe not great shape, but working shape. Okay, so now we're 4 for 4. Let's see what comes next. All right, now we're going to dive in here. We got 2 items wrapped up together here. Okay, let's see what we break the tie with. Oh, look at that, some Grateful Dead. Grateful Dead on a Game Boy Color. What a great console to put those onto. 1998, right? So some kid, maybe it was a teen, maybe it was an adult, had this in Japan, and they were a deadhead about 20 years ago, 25 years ago. Incredible. Okay, the condition of the case is okay. Not terrible. It's actually fairly good for that it's 20 plus years old. Yeah, this case is actually pretty good. The scratches here. The screen is definitely nicked up a bit and it's burnt out for sure. You can see from this angle, it's got that dark area in the middle. Most importantly, let's check on the batteries. Okay, so these look, I think, pretty good. Okay, so on this side you have like the battery terminals. It's just connecting the two batteries inside this battery area of the console. But here it's actually connected to the motherboard. This is where the power actually gets pulled from the batteries. So those are the ones that you have to be sort of most concerned about, because those are the ones that are actually soldered onto the motherboard. The other one you could just kind of pop in a replacement. All right, the fateful moment. Here we go. From off to on. Okay. Ooh, that's a hard switch to push. And it works. Excellent. But that switch, ooh, that was tough. It's like really, really difficult. Okay. Something is wrong with the switch, I would say. Let's do it a couple times. Yeah, something is wrong with the switch. It's way too stiff, but it works. Ooh, the deadhead Game Boy is not dead. Awesome. Okay, so now working Game Boys are winning. We got 5 working Game Boys, 4 not working Game Boys. Oh, and look at this. It comes with the battery cover. This is one of the rare ones that did. Excellent. All right, let's see if this one will hold. Oh, look at this. Okay, so this is the same. Look at that, same. Just maybe the colors have aged a little bit differently. It's the non-deadhead version of the Game Boy Color. And it also has a battery cover. It's a rare thing. So these battery covers, you know, they're not rechargeable batteries. They pop, you have to, you know, swap batteries. You might have had rechargeable batteries you could put in there, but you had to swap batteries. And so these covers would get lost all the time. They would pop off super easily. God, this case looks like it's in great shape. Battery terminals look good on both sides. Front looks great. The screen looks good. It does look burnt. It's hard to see in this. Here, you can see a little here, like the discoloration. Something's going on with my camera. It doesn't quite show right, but that's about how it looks. Definitely burnt looking. But let's see what's going on here. I have a feeling this is going to take us into the 6 working items. Okay. Ooh, and that switch felt much better. Yeah, look at that. It's a little burnt out in the middle. See the color's a little bit light. Yeah, there you go. You can see the burntness right there really well. It looks black to me from without the screen, without the phone. Yeah, great condition. Works well. I mean, you could get a screen for, I don't know, like $5. Swap it in there and you've got a working Game Boy for much less than you'd find anywhere else, assuming you're willing to take it apart and swap out the screen, which is not hard to do. These come apart super easily, unlike the Nintendo DS Lite and the 2DS and 3DS, which have hinges, and also the Game Boy Advance SP. This is just really easy to pull apart. Awesome. So we've got 6 in the win category, 4 in the broken category, and I think we are on to our last 2. And oh my God, I thought I had ordered 11. But I didn't. I ordered 12. I'm sure that I paid for 12. I just did not remember ordering 12. Okay, we'll double check. But I'm sure that I paid for all these. I probably just had the number wrong. Another Game Boy Advance, gold, Austin Powers style, gold finger. Okay. And this is right around the time that Austin Powers came out, because this should have been out in 2000. 2000. Yep. A year before the tech industry collapsed, everybody was happily playing their Game Boy Advances. Only about 4 or 5 years after the internet, the World Wide Web came out. Okay, the case looks really nice. Great condition. Almost looks so good. I would guess it could be an aftermarket case, except I'm pretty certain that this was an original color and that it's not. The screen is definitely scratched up and it's burnt. You can see from certain angles it looks burnt. Almost looks like punctured in the middle somehow. Maybe it popped. Okay, here we go. Fateful moment. Okay, looks good. Looks good. So here you can see these are the ones that connect to the motherboard. You see the motherboard poking out under this. And these are just the ones that connect the batteries within the battery box. Okay, so let's get our AA's into here. Power it on. Ooh, I'm excited because I'm pretty sure this is gonna work. Beautiful. It's got a much richer sound too than the Game Boy Colors. Okay, it looks good. All right, ooh, look how it's, let me show you something, guys. Watch this. It's not a backlit screen, it's a reflective screen. So when I power it down, like now, look at the screen. It still sits there for a bit. It's almost like the screen kind of fades out. It doesn't turn off the way that a backlit screen would just be immediately off. Okay. So we're nearly done. Oops. Oops. Okay, this one's hard to put on. Okay, we got 7 in the working camp. I'm gonna grab that battery. And the final one. Here we go. Ooh, these rubber bands. Okay, a Game Boy Color, and this one is very colorful. This is a bright, bright yellow. The case feels really solid. Like some of these, you touch them and they feel gunky. Like you can feel the oils and the filth. Like I'm definitely gonna be washing my hands after this. This one feels good. It feels like it's fresh out of a box. And even the screen is looking really solid. Like I don't see any burntness on the screen. I don't think that's, oh, that is a scratch, but it's super minor. Like you could definitely play this. I would be shocked if there's any corrosion in the battery here. Let's see what we got going on. Okay, so this is just the one in the case. It's not really connected to the board. Here's the one connected to the board, and it looks excellent. Okay, this is not only gonna be a win, but this is gonna be, I think, the best condition device out of all of them. So all of them were described as fully working. Some of them had burnt screens. Some of them had screens that were having pixel issues. I would be shocked if this one doesn't look perfect when it turns on. And there it is, it's on. And it looks really good. I don't think there's anything going on with this one at all. I mean, you kind of assume none of them are gonna be really flawless because they're being sold at a pretty steep discount as wholesale, but this is really, really nice. I might actually keep this one as it is and not modify it at all. This is great. Okay, so this one goes off, the battery's out, and it has a battery cover. So rare. Okay, so this goes into the working pile. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 working. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 not working. So, wow. All right, so flipping the camera back around for closeout. So I ordered 12 Game Boy Advances and Game Boy Colors and Game Boy Pockets online on eBay. They were all supposed to be working. They were all listed as tested and works. Some of them had screen issues where the screen would turn on, but it would look burnt. Some of them had screen issues where there would be like some pixels missing, but all of them should have been working. And in reality, 4 of the 12 don't even power on whatsoever. Some of the ones that powered on have significant corrosion issue, which I think should have been noted in the description because it's immediately obvious and it definitely will affect operation even if I was able to power them on right now. But yeah, on the whole, let's see what happens. I'm gonna reach back out to the company, let them know that 4 were not as described. Hopefully they'll credit some percentage of the money, offer for me to send it back, send replacements. We'll see what they do.